A beautiful day to you all. Thank you for tuning on to the Overcomer Show. Please subscribe to this channel. Drop your likes and comments. Don't forget to click on the notification button. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to another edition of Overcomers Show. My name is Olayinka Adibawale. Today, I'm so excited about today's topic. It's very important and wish every one of us knows about and want to learn more. That's what I will say. I want to learn more. And I have my guest in the house. She's going to come in and now to set the ball rolling. So thank you so much. You are all welcome. Thank you, everyone that have been joining me. Thank you. God bless you. And I want to encourage you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe, and you are allowed to share to others as well. Especially today's topic is very important, like I said, it's concerning our health. And to live a purposeful life, to live a fulfilled life, we need to take care of our health. Health is wealth. And according to the Bible, in the book of 3 John chapter 3 John 2, it says that, beloved, I wish you above all that we should live in good health. So the Lord Almighty wants us to live in good health. Our health is very important. So I will let my guest to come in. Yeah. Hello, ma.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yes, you're looking good.
Thank you. You too. You're looking gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you. Thanks
you.
for the invite.
You're welcome, ma. Thank you, our viewer. I can see someone joining us. Thank you. And I believe that others will join us too. Thank you. Yes. Hello, Kemi. She say hello. Hello, ladies. Yeah. So we have we have viewers joining us already.
That's
Thank you.
good.
Yeah.
That's
So without wasting much of our time, because there are a lot to talk about, which is very important, exciting topic. I've been looking forward to it because we all need it. We all need this topic that we are about to talk about. We all need it to live a purposeful life, to live a fulfilled life. We all need it. And it is very important for us to take care of our health. We should not leave it to deteriorate before we do something. It's very important to take care of it now before it is too late. And prevention is better than cure. So I'm going to start now by, will you please introduce yourself to the to our viewer?
okay. Hello, everyone. Thank
Hello,
you. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
you're
Uh,
welcome.
thank you very much.
We are happy to have you.
Thank you. And I'm happy to be here as well.
Thank you for accepting to come.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Bola Ajiwale. I'm the founder of Eden Health. I'm a nurse by profession. I've been nursing over 21 years now. I'm a nutritionist presently. I'm a nutritional therapist. I am so passionate about natural health and well-being. Eden Health, which is my ministry, is mainly to educate people about eating well, healthy lifestyle, and living life, fulfill life as we are born to do, as our purpose in life to live well and do things well, not to be in agony. I'm a big fan of cooking. I love cooking, healthy cooking, not just cooking, but healthy cooking.
Wow, good.
I love exercising a lot. I like to go for a walk. I do mini trampoline at home.
That's good.
I do lift weights. But everything I do is not that expensive at all. So that is me in a nutshell. eating health as bola.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you again.
Good. Good to know that. Good to know that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You said you are the CEO of Eating Health. And what brought the inspiration to start Eating Health?
Thank you, ma.
Mm,
Eating health started. I call myself a patient before
mm,
eating health came to be.
mm,
I was very sick as a child. At the age of 14, I could remember I was going to hospital, one of the big hospital in my country, Nigeria, Lut Hospital,
mm,
trying to figure out what was actually wrong with me. But in, day out, I was going. All I could remember was I have a lot of problem with my digestion. I think this is a problem we call now as irritable bowel syndrome or stomach ulcer or reflux. So I was going through all this problem that time as 14-year-old to 15-year-old. But there was no solution. I was on so much medication. And as I was growing up, I still have more problems, asthma setting, hay fever, constipation, depression, arthritis, thyroid issues, blood pressure. All this problem was going on to the stage that they actually, at one stage, they open. I have a laparoscopy, which that means they open me with a just small camera, and my gallbladder went with that. Cut story short, about 5 years, 6 years down the line from this time, the doctor wanted to take my two knees off and give me a knee replacement because I was so much in agony. But to God be the glory, I told them that if you take this knee off, is there any reassurance that I'm not going to have pain again? So I was told that no, we are just relieving the symptoms. We are not really curing the main problem. So I said to them, if you are not going to make the pain go better, then maybe I should just leave it for now. Then I come back. So I was discharged, half discharged that, okay, if you have the pain, you can come back.
mm.
If you don't have the pain, you can keep, you know. So I said to them, okay. So I came home. And even though I'm still nursing as of that time, then I said to myself, it's about time to start studying myself. So I went back, do a lot of research, went back to study more about my body. So that's when I went into to be a nutritional therapist, a detox therapist, and I did a bit of herbs as well. So I'm an herbalist I call myself herbalist for Jesus. Because I go back to the Garden of Eden, I start pulling those herbs, those spices. So after doing all this, I started to apply this to my own self, my body. I started praying more that God, please, I need your total healing. I did all the studies, as I've said, rebalancing my body, take away what my body did not need. Because there's so much jargons, there's so much things that we have put to ourselves that we don't really need at all. Take all that away. And I started noticing changes in myself. The pain started to get better. I can go to the field without coughing because of hay fever. The inhaler I'm using, I start reducing the dose I'm using. Then I said, wow, this is great. All the thought of suicidal, because the pain actually leads me to be so depressed, and I always think maybe I should just kill myself. All this starts getting less, and I'm starting to get better and feel more happier. So I called the people around me and I said to them, I've tried some things. It's working for me. Why don't you come and enjoy what I'm enjoying as well? So the family, friends, the sisters, everybody start coming. They come to my house. It's like a guest house that time. We just sit down and they can come in the morning. Sometimes people come as early as 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm so passionate about it. that
Wow.
please come and listen to what I'm doing. Come and actually cook for them as well. People go home with lots of food. Up to now, people still go home with food.
Wow.
And by the time they implement what I'm doing,
Mm.
within few weeks, we just notice they call back and say, "Oh, Sister Bola, thank you so much. I don't have pain anymore. Thank you so much. The hair fever is better."
Wow.
And so this is how the ministry started, Eden Health. So that's the journey of Eden Health. Thank you, ma'am.
Wow. 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 You know why I said wow? You said something that you went to study your body.
Yes,
That was where the journey started from.
yes, yes,
You
yes,
are determined that no, you can't continue living your life in pain, in
yes,
agony, and you
yes,
went
so
to study
much.
your health. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And
The
it,
pain was so much, ma.
wow. And you decided to go natural,
Yes,
and it paid off at the end of the day. So that
yes,
means that food has a lot of things to do in our body. It has a
very,
lot to do. Mm.
very true, very true.
And this takes me to the next question. Do you think you inherit some of these past health issues, or do you develop them due to following unhealthy lifestyle?
Ah,
Sometimes people have things that, some people that have some kind of disease or sicknesses, they believe that, oh, this is hereditary. Why some believe that it's concerning the unhealthy lifestyle. So in
okay.
terms of your own, do you think that is hereditary or the lifestyle?
I think it's more lifestyle, to be honest. Even though we do have genes,
Mm,
our genes is just like 10 to 20% of it that we take from our parents. Depends on the type of disease and the sickness that we are going through. The genes is doesn't determine our destiny. It's ourselves, the environment and the lifestyle, what we are eating that actually determines a lot of things that is happening to us. Personally, I think my own must be, maybe as I was growing up, I was living on so much unhealthy food, even though at that small age of 14 years old, who knows what my mother had when she was pregnant of me.
mm,
So, because just a small story, I have a client recently. The client told me that the son, who is 22 years old, have
mm,
some health issues. And these health issues started when the son was born at the age of 2. They started giving him steroid. So
mm,
that means what the mother had when she was pregnant actually affected the son. So likewise, my own situation might be the same, or maybe what I was living on, what I was fed with when I was growing up, actually affected me to have the gut issue. And once you have this gut issue, because everything that happened to us in life start
mm,
from the gut, start from our
mm,
digestive system.
mm,
Once you look after your digestive system, the rest is sorted. So I believe that it's my lifestyle, the environment where I live and what I'm eating that actually affected me, because the gene we only blow the gun, is the environment and the lifestyle that actually pulls the trigger. So we can do a lot with what we are eating, our environment, and our lifestyle, so that we don't carry the same problem, the same sickness that our father, our mother are having.
mm,
Another example that I can use is that I have a client who came to me and said to me, "Oh, in our own family, the mom died of arthritis. The two sisters now are very sick. They can't move of arthritis. She herself, she's very sick, having a lot of pains and she had a bit of weight. So she came round and I assessed her and I said to her, do you know what? Don't have that feelings that arthritis is killing in your family. The most important thing we have to do is to assess what you are eating, your lifestyle, the environment where you are. We change everything around. Within 6 weeks, she came back. She's fine, totally pain free. And she tried so many medication in the past, nothing was working. So that shows that a lot of things that is happening with us most of the time sometimes is more the environment that actually triggers. But there's some disease that it's totally like almost 100%. If somebody is sickle cell, for example, definitely they will have the old gene, and they will be sick a lot of times. But sometimes the environment still help them as well. But there's things like blood pressure, like diabetes, high cholesterol, a lot of things like that we can actually do better by changing our lifestyle, our diet, our environment. So we don't blame it on our dad and mom. If we are doing the same thing that our dad and mom are doing, eating the same thing, doing the same lifestyle, definitely we carry the same thing. But we can change a lot of things.
Wow. Wow. You talked about God. I want to ask, just in case someone might be watching now or maybe later, and they were wondering that at this their age, is it possible to do anything with their gut? Do you think is
What age, ma?
maybe from 40 upward, or or is it for the younger people, or it doesn't matter any age? That can we still change our gut? Can we still change what we are eating? Will it still have effects?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Okay.
Whatever at any age,
Mm,
we need to look after our gut. Our gut starts from our mouth up
mm,
to the rectum where we pass these feces out.
mm,
So whatever we put in the mouth is so important.
mm,
We in eating health, people come, for example, people come with maybe diabetes and things like that, and all we have to change is their food. Once we change what they are eating and how they are digesting and how they eliminate the food,
mm,
everything becomes good. There's a lot of testimony just by changing your food. So
mm,
the gut is something that we don't have to wait until certain time. It's just now is the best time. Now is the best time to
mm.
change what we are eating. It matters a lot.
Mm. And that takes me to the next question. What type of clients do you usually approach in your survey? Do you usually see? What type of clients?
I think God
You
is so wonderful that everything I've passed through,
hmm.
I do have clients that have the same problem.
Ah, okay.
So, so that makes it easy. But
Hmm.
even though they have the same problem, I still have to ask them about their own past history, do a lot of assessment as well. I see clients with irritable bowel syndrome, which is digestive problem, acid reflux, bloating, stomach ulcer, constipation, a lot of arthritis, general pain in the body, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Some people have brain fog. People are very, very depressed as well. Lupus, hay fever. In summertime, people come around a lot with hay fever. So I see a lot of people, and I've looked after people with cancer in the past,
Hmm.
and all we did, few examples. One of them just had breast cancer.
Hmm.
She came round. It was catch on time. She got it on time, and she came round. We changed her diet, and she keep going back to the hospital because I'm really into when you are coming to see me, I want to know the last time you see your doctor as well. So I don't
Hmm.
take that, oh, because you are coming to see a nutritional therapist,
Hmm.
don't see your doctor. So she kept going back to the hospital, changing her diet. We did a lot of detox for her. And by the time we finished everything,
Hmm.
where they actually told her that the cancer have spread to
Yeah.
was totally cleared, that the
Wow.
doctor said to her that she doesn't even need chemo anymore. And I have another example of somebody with kidney cancer as well. One of the kidney was actually um, one of the kidney had cancer. She came around. We didn't know that at all. We just doing our own changing diet.
Hmm.
By the time she went to doctor, They said, oh, what did you do? Did you pray or did you change diets? Because we noticed that when this cancer got into one of your kidney, it didn't spread to the second one. So by looking at when she came and what we changed, so things have changed. So those are the type of people that have been looking after. Some people will leave the hospice. Maybe
Mm,
they just go home for the last time, maybe like a week to die. They come round, we just change their food round as well, what they are eating, their lifestyle generally, and they live more longer than expected. So those are in the nutshell, those are the type of people I've been seeing so far. But God has been faithful.
no. So that means that we have to watch what is going into our mouth.
Very, very important.
We
Very,
have
very
to, yeah.
important.
I've
Very,
been
very.
getting a lot of comments here and I'm putting it on the screen. Also, yeah, I'm getting it from Kemi said, I totally agree. Most disease begins in the gut. Yes, and Sister Gloria said, yes, your gut affects one's life and sickness. And RGB Photo Media say, good to see you, Sister Bola. And say,
Thank
yeah, beautiful, yeah,
thank you.
beautiful ones.
Yes,
And I
thank
want to say that if anyone has a question, you can put it in the chat, and she's going to answer it for us by the help of God, I believe.
yes.
Yeah. Well done, ma.
Thank you.
I'm also learning, I'm also gaining from what
Thank
you
you.
are saying as well, that I have to be watchful and mindful of goes on in my mouth.
Yes.
We have to be very careful of what goes on in our mouth. And another question I have is that what can we do if we can't sleep? If you can't sleep well, because I know that common these days. A lot of people have insomnia. I believe
Yes.
I'm right. Yeah. Some
You are.
maybe, yeah. And we see that once they are taking too much sleeping tablet for a long time, then it won't work again the way it's supposed to work. So in that, to go natural and be sleeping better. So what can someone do?
I think lack of sleep, we have to start thinking about our lifestyle generally.
Mm,
Uh, I always we I will always use myself as an example. We do have a body clock that tell us when to sleep and when to wake up. So once we know our body clock and we listen to our body clock, that might help us. I think because of the economy, because of the social activities in our environment as well,
mm,
it is stopping people from sleep. The shift work as well. Some people do 9 to 10, 10 to 2. All that actually affecting people to sleep and affect the body clock as well. I did night shift for about maybe 27 years of my life. And up to today,
mm.
I have to force myself to go to bed to sleep at night. Daytime is still my
Yes.
sleeping time. When it gets to nighttime, I'm so awake. But
Mm,
I always try my best to change that by eating well
mm,
and do a lot of exercise during the daytime. Not a lot, but just gentle walking. So
mm.
to sleep naturally, what we can do first is to listen to our body. The
Okay.
body tell us when it's tired at nighttime, when to go to bed. But we think, oh, it's 9 o'clock. I shift it to 12. When you shift it, you've missed that time. And it might take another 90 minutes before another sleeping REM comes. There's something called sleeping REM, sleeping rhythm. All those things actually exist, but we don't know. We must have a sleeping pattern as well. The room where we are going to sleep
Mm,
must be very close to our own temperature that can help us to sleep. Some people can only manage to sleep when it's cold room. Some people can sleep when the temperature of the room is slightly warm. And when we want to go to bed as well, we make sure that we don't put the telly on inside the room. Make sure we don't have phone on like 2 hours before sleeping.
2 hours
Why?
before sleeping.
Don't let us put the phone on 2 hours before sleeping. If we can try 1 hour, is not bad. The
Okay.
reason being that when you have your telly on, when you have your laptop on, when you are working on the phone,
Mm.
all that actually telling the brain that, oh, it's still active. Oh, it's still working. And we have a hormone in the body, in the brain, that called melatonin. This is actually the hormones that actually control the sleep and wake up cycle. So when this is when you are on this laptop, there's something called blue light.
Mm.
So the melatonin is not releasing, then you can't sleep. So that's one. Another thing that can affect us from sleeping that we have to work on is we come back from work, or we are too busy at home, and we are eating like 10 o'clock and we are going to bed 11.
Mm.
When we have every meal before going to bed, the brain is telling the digestive system, oh, Yinka just finished eating. What? And she's lying down. What should I do? Then the brain is telling the digestive system, digest the food. Don't let her sleep yet. We need to digest that food. So try not to eat heavy meal at least 3 hours before going to bed. I know sometimes because of the nature of the job we're doing, we come back home late. What I've advised my client is either you take your heavy meal to work. When it's your late time to eat, your last break, you can have that your meal maybe around 6, depends on the time you have your evening break. You can have that meal that time, so that when you come back in the evening, if you still feel like you want to have something, you can have soup, you can have something small and go to bed. Or you come back home and you have something light to have before you go to bed. But if you eat very close to your bedtime, your digestion will take the place of sleeping. You will not be able to sleep. So another thing that we can try not to do that can help us to sleep is if you are drinking caffeine, any caffeine related drink, if you drink that late in the afternoon. Somebody like me, if I have one green tea around 4 p.m. or if I have coffee around 5 p.m., I'm not going to sleep because I'm not a very good sleeper in the first place. So I don't take caffeine at all. If I have to have green tea, to be really early in the morning, around 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and that's it. Because whatever you have, which is caffeine related, will actually affect you. Take about 12 hours in your body, will affect your sleep. Another thing that I've noticed, menopause do affect us from sleeping and stop us from sleeping as well.
Mm.
You are sleeping and you just discover that, oh, you are sweating from your sleep. Menopause affect men. There's a name for the menopause that affect the menopause affect men, affect female and women as well. The
Mm.
men one are called I can't remember the name for the menopause for men, but men do have menopause after the age of 50. They do, but it comes with different symptoms. Sometimes they come with hot flush, but they don't know. They just think they are sweating. The moment you sweat when you are sleeping, you can't sleep again. Likewise, that affects female as well. So I've talked about caffeine. I've talked about the not using your gadget before bedtime so that you don't have the blue light affecting you. I've talked about the food and other things naturally you can try and do. You can diffuse oil like lavender oil in your room. You
Mm.
can put that in a diffuser. Just let that smell in the room environment. You can put some on the pillow. That can help you to settle down. You can drink chamomile tea. That can help you to settle down at night. There's another tea called puka. I use that for myself. I introduce it to most of my patients as my clients as well, and
Mm.
that helps to settle down as well. So those are the little areas where what we can do, the do's and don'ts, so we can be able to sleep better. Because once you sleep well,
Yeah.
you rejuvenate in the morning, you totally restored, you are able to think, you are not irritated. And do you know when you don't sleep well, you put on weight as well. You
Mm.
just put on weight. Go and see a lot of people on night shift. Because I remember when I was on night shift, I just too bloating. just always, my belly is so big and all that. I come back home, I see letters on the floor. I just walk past the letter. It's like I'm living as if I'm not there. But now, to God be the glory, manage myself to try to sleep well now. I'm a different person. So sleeping is very important. I hope that helps.
Yeah, wow, it was. Even me listening to you, I can tick. I'm ticking some of the things that I'm doing, and I'm correcting it in my brain now that I have to avoid this. I have two questions here, ma. If you can quickly help us to answer it. Uh,
Okay.
from Kemi Tijani, she said, "Can you give examples of the food we need to include in our diet to maintain a healthy gut?"
Healthy goals.
Yes,
Fermented food.
fermented.
Ferment, fermented food are actually good for healthy gut. We are talking of healthy gut means we have a good digestion going on.
Mm,
That is healthy gut. So fermented food like sauerkraut, kimchi,
mm,
there's fermented yogurt as well. There's if you are gluten intolerance, you
mm,
can actually do there's almond fermented yogurt out there.
mm,
There's coconut fermented yogurt. There's kefir. So there's a lot of even probiotics is out there as well.
mm,
And as we get to the age of after the age of 35, we are not digesting food anymore.
mm,
Even though you chew the food, you go to toilets. I'm telling you, when I see my client, because I do have a scan that I use to see how people gut is working, majority are not digesting food anymore. So you need to implement a lot of things, supplements and things like that. But individual thing, you can't just tell what A takes for B to take it. So the scan just bring up, oh, this is lacking, use this. That is lacking, use that. But naturally, to maintain a healthy gut, one, you chew your food properly. Two, make sure you drink water. Don't mix water with your food. When
mm,
you are drinking, when you are eating and you are drinking with your food, that means the little digestive juice inside your gut, you are actually diluting it with water. So
mm,
what do you do when you are eating? When you want to eat, 30 minutes before your meal, drink water. But if you have to take tablets with that food, you can have some water with the tablet to take the tablet. Then after you finish eating and you want to drink water, let it be at least 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes before that food, before you drink water, just to stop you diluting that digestive juice in your digestive system, so that the food can be digested properly. A lot of people are constipated and they wonder why. Some people are constipated, they don't even know they are constipated. Did you know that when you eat and you don't digest the food, you leave toxin in your body? That is where the cancer come from.
mm,
We all know how the stool we pass smells, how it
mm,
looks like. Imagine people having that in their guts for 3 days. When I detox my clients, sometimes they tell me that, oh, thank you so much, Eden Health, for what you've done. When we started detoxing, the food we had 3 days, 4 days ago, we saw it in our stool coming out. I said, that's it. I have the youngest client I had last year. She she was 6 years old. At the age of 2 years old, she always go to her mom and say, Mom, my belly is paining me. My belly is paining me. But the mom always tell her, oh, she's fine. She pray for her. She just wave it off. But by the age of 6, I saw this girl. She was packed with poo. They have to take her to emergency room and all. I told the mom, I said, as a nutritionist, I will do all I have to do, but we have to call ambulance. This girl needs to go to A&E. She was packed full, and all I did, change her diet, implement some probiotics and things like that for her. And to God be the glory, she's a happy person now. Imagine if that girl keep growing as of that age, up to 10, up to 15 to 20, what is going to happen to her gut? So when we see all this stomach cancer, this cancer, that cancer, this arthritis, this blood pressure, it's because we are full of toxin in our body. So I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, you are even going to the next question. The good next question now say, what type of food can one afford if one is suffering from high blood pressure, like you mentioned now?
Ah, all the refined carbohydrates.
Ah,
All the refined carbohydrates, all the noodles in my community house now.
mm,
Everybody have noodles at home because it's quick food. We get rid of that. All the refined oil as well, the vegetable oil, the canola oil, all those are toxic to our body. They cause inflammation, and once we have inflammation, that is it. Problem starts.
mm.
So I believe that helps.
Yeah, yeah. And the another question is green tea good before bedtime? Green tea.
I think because of the nature of the caffeine, I would
Mm.
say no. But to be honest, we
Is
are
green tea
we are
contain caffeine as well?
it does, yes.
Ah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. But we are individual.
Mm,
I have few people that drink coffee and
mm,
go to sleep.
mm,
So somebody like me will not dare it at all. Anything with caffeine, it takes about 12 hours for me to fall asleep if I
mm,
take it. So if somebody wants to take green tea, if
mm,
they think they are not a sleeping person, let
mm,
them take it during the daytime. But bedtime time might be something like chamomile, something to calm the body down rather than green tea. But
okay.
if they've tried it, it's worked for them, I would say no problem at all.
That's why we need to study our body,
Exactly,
know our
exactly,
body.
exactly.
So I quickly move on to the questions again that I have. What are the typical challenges you experience when dealing with your clients? Mhm,
uh, uh, I think maybe financially sometimes can be a big issue. People come and see me, and
mm,
you've done all your assessments, and you notice that you tell them these are the things you are going to need, and
mm.
they tell you that it's true. I know I'm going to need all this, but the money to buy them is going to be an issue.
The money for the supplements, is that
This
right?
the money for the supplement, the
Okay.
money to change
Oh,
the entire
dying.
whole body.
Ah,
Because, for example, if somebody is living on Indomie for
mm,
breakfast, and you are telling them, why don't you change to whole food, to good food? Because one is cheaper than the other. It's not
mm,
like the people think healthy food is expensive. I think emphasize. I will talk more on that later. And now they want to
okay.
change, and to change is like, oh, they don't have that money as of that time even to buy the supplement as well. The challenge part of it to me now is that when I take up a client, I take them first day and I look after them for good 6 weeks non-stop. So I
Six
want
weeks.
6 weeks, yes, non-stop. Every time we talk, we chat, they tell me everything that they how they are feeling
You
on day.
follow them. You follow them up.
I follow them up for good 6 weeks.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So when they come and they don't have money to buy what they need to use as of that time, I start to get worried that how
Mm,
am I going to see changes in the next 6 weeks when they come back? So
mm.
I have to do my own way of looking into my own supplement and start giving it out.
Ah, ah.
It's not a charity organization. For example, if somebody come to me, for example, and have let's say they have arthritis, let's use arthritis as an example. Some people have walked into my house with walking stick, and they left my house with not even remember where their walking stick, where they put their walking stick.
Wow, that's great.
Yes. Yes. So somebody like that, I just think I have to help them. So I have to start digging into my own resource and start using that to help them. So that's one of the challenges I face
And
financially.
they pay back later.
Pardon?
They pay back later. They pay you back later.
They do. People do. Yeah,
Wow.
people do. But
That's
sometimes
good.
I actually give it out of goodwill. Like
Wow.
if instead of me giving them like a packet of something, I just give them 5 to try,
Oh, okay. Wow, that's
just
good.
for them to see that their first few weeks of coming, things have changed.
Oh,
Because it
that's
doesn't take long time to change at all. It does not take long time to
good.
change. So
Oh,
that's
that's
one challenge I face. Another challenge I face, which is not too bad, is when you are trying to tell human being to stop eating this.
mm,
It takes time for human being to change. And I think that's the positive side of me following people up for 6 weeks, because you tell
mm.
them, I have to wake them up in the morning and say, hello, sister. Are
Well,
you?
waking them up in the morning.
Yes, so
Ah, wow, you really try 6 for 6 weeks. Mm,
yes, so oh, hello, sis. Have you? Sometimes it's just text messages. So once they get text, then they
mm,
call me. Yeah, and sometimes I'm going for walk in the morning because I'm a early morning person. Then I just text, oh, good morning. I'm going for a walk now. I send them a recording video. They
mm,
see that and they call me. Oh, Sister Bola, thank you for that encouragement. We are going as well. When I see people progressing, I see changes in their life. That's the joy that
mm.
they are trying to fulfill the life that God have made them to fulfill. You understand what I mean? Because
Yes.
a lot of people have gone down to the grave
Mm,
for not knowing what to do, for not they are not going to the right person to tell them these are the things you can do to change life. We've lost so many lives just because of not able to do what they're supposed to do, or lack of knowledge. So
mm.
those are the challenges I face
Wow.
with the ministry.
Wow. That's good to know the way you go deep with the 6 weeks, and you don't even leave them and say, since that you have finished my own job, just go and sort yourself out. That's very good. And now that, well, for we that we are in Ireland, I'm in Ireland, and other people might be watching in another places, and if we want to come to you for consultation, do you provide the option of online, or do we have to travel to UK?
Not at all, not at all. I think 50% of, I said 60% of my clients, I don't actually see them face to face.
Mm,
I actually do a lot online because I travel a lot. Sometimes I'm in Africa for about 4 months. Sometimes I'm in UK. I go around a lot. So I don't see my clients all the time. I do Zoom call. We do Zoom meeting. I access them online. I have something that I use to access them. So by going through some things with them, I can easily know what they are lacking and what the body needs. So I do a lot of online without seeing my clients, and even teaching them what to eat as well. We do all that online. Sometimes I'm cooking and my client is cooking as well. So know what to add, what not to add.
mm.
I have a
Ah,
lot of clients in America, Canada, and all that. Yeah.
that's good. Thank you. And
Thank
Kemi Tijani said, thanks so much for your kindness.
you.
God bless you.
Thank you, Sister Kemi.
Sister Gloria said, very educative and informative.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I think we are coming to the end of our show with my questions, unless someone has a question for you. So, how can we prevent disease naturally? So that's the question I have for you here. How
Hmm.
can we prevent? Yeah, prevention is better than cure.
It
And
is
we
better
all know
than
that we don't want to continue
you.
living our life in tablets for all the rest of our life. We want to live a good life, a purposeful life to fulfill destiny. So
Yes.
we need to take care of our health. Another
Yes.
comment here say, wow, you are really doing a great job by following up your clients for no, not 6 months,
6 weeks.
6 weeks. It's for 6 weeks, she said, yeah, for 6 weeks, yeah. Mm,
Right.
mm,
To prevent disease naturally before it happens, prevention
mm,
is better than cure.
mhm,
Um,
mm. Health is wealth.
Health is really wealth. It is
Health
really
is
wealth.
wealth.
It is
More,
wealth.
more
Yeah.
than billion
Yes.
dollars. If you have
Yes.
a good health, we need to treasure our health. We need to appreciate it.
Very, very important.
Yes.
I will just take us step by step.
Okay.
Um, One thing we should first think about is about checking up.
Mm.
Let us go and check up with our health practitioners, our doctors,
Mm.
wherever we are listening from, we are watching this from. It's very important because they can dictate a lot on time.
Mm.
Somebody having blood pressure, for example, if they check up and discover there's blood pressure, doctor can recommend medication on time. Somebody with high cholesterol, it can be detected on time. They can recommend medication for them on time.
The first
Even
way.
if you want to go to on a natural way as well, there's nothing stopping you from knowing that, oh, I have blood pressure. I have few clients that have come to me and said to me, oh, you know what? I have blood pressure and I've told my doctor I don't want to have medication. I want them to give me 3 months to sort it out. They came round, assess them, check their lifestyle, check what they are eating,
Mm.
and we work on them. And they are not going on blood pressure tablets. They're just doing natural things.
Mm.
And every time they call me and say, oh, I see it a little bit rise. And I say, oh, did you sleep well? Oh, I've been stressed for a few days. And that control things. So checkup is very important. For a female, let's do checkup for smear test. Let's do checkup for the mammogram. Whatever that we are due for, let's do it at least yearly. That's important. And for the male and the wife that pass the message to their husband as well, prostate check is very, very important. It's very important for men to check their prostate. If it's enlarged, there's a lot of natural things they can use to correct it before it gets worse to the time that they are not able to pass urine again. How do you know men having prostate issue? When you sleep with them, you see them running to toilet 4 or 5 times at night. Please send them to go and do their prostate check. And men
Mm.
don't like checking up. Make appointments for your husband with your GP. Tell them they should take you to your doctor, not knowing it's their own appointment. So checkup is very, very important. Next, let's make sure we eat whole food. I think I've mentioned this already.
Yes, we did.
Buy food that is whole. If you
Mm.
want to have rice, buy
Mm.
rice that is rice, not rice that is processed. Very,
Uh,
very important.
rice,
All these
rice. Sorry, ma. Rice that is. Do you mean brown rice or?
brown rice is fine.
Mm.
There's brown rice, there's some local rice. What I'm trying to say is sometimes you see some rice they put, it looks like rice, but it's not rice.
Oh.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's being processed, and when you have this and continuous, because I know in my community, my background, rice
Mm.
is a staple food. When
Yeah.
you have this all the time, you put on weight, there's blood pressure problem, there's high cholesterol problem, and we are taking medication. So how long are you going to take the medication for? So all we need to do is to see the root of the problem. So
Mm.
to live a natural, healthy life,
Mm.
make sure your food is whole food. Another example is spaghetti, indomies. Are they whole food? They are not whole food. Why can't we prepare things like yam, things like what else? Yam, sweet potato,
Mm.
pap, akara, moi moi. All those things are good food that we saw our great grandfather eating. We can have all that. In my own, when my client come and see me, I introduce something I call breakfast powder. The
Mm.
breakfast powder is just, if you go to my website, if you go to my YouTube, is there. I think Stayinka will show that later.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you see that there. I call it my breakfast powder. That's what I take most of the time in the morning. I take 2 eggs with that, and that's me gone, done, no problem at all. So let's make sure we do whole food. When we are eating food, make sure it's something you can recognize that this is this. So if it's processed like cornflakes, all those things, I'm sorry, they just trigger the sugar in the body.
Mm.
So we need to watch out for that. Another thing, let's try and cook. It's
Mm.
very, very important to cook. Cook, I maybe because I love cooking. When you cook and see those colorful and all that, that actually heals me without even tasting the food. Let's make sure we cook our own food. It's very, very important to cook. Cook your food and teach your children how to cook as well. It's very, very important. And the toxin in our house is the toxin we put in our body, the toxin in our house. Did you know that when the farmer grow crops, all the vegetables and fruits we are buying, do you know they spray pesticides, herbicides on these vegetables,
Mm.
which are toxin to our body and cause inflammation? How much damage are these things doing to our body? If you go to my YouTube, I think I have a video there where I show how you can wash these vegetables with the right vegetable wash so that we are not putting all these things to our body. The cream we are using as well. Let's make sure we control all these things. The cream that have alcohol, paraben, and have aluminum, they're actually toxic to our body as well. If we are putting all these things, we can't have a natural, healthy life at all. Other things that we can actually do, we listen to our body, it's very, very important. The body talks to us. When we have headache, the body is talking. And the body is not asking for paracetamol as of that time. It's telling us, I need water, please hydrate me a little bit more. Please sleep better. Then you won't have headache anymore. So that leads me to sleeping as well. We've talked about sleep already. You
Mm.
need to sleep to have a good, healthy life. Sleep is so important. It's like if you give me 1 million, I give me take 1 million of sleep. I
Mm.
think I take the sleep, and I know one day God will provide another million for me. So
Mm.
sleep is very, very important. So important. Other things we can think of is exercise. Make sure you go for exercise. You
Mm.
don't have to pay money for it. I used to pay 150 pounds
Mm.
to exercise. I'm telling you, I came back with pain. I eat so much worst, and I don't enjoy it. But all I do now, wake up in the morning, as soon as I wake up, go for a walk. I do minimum of 10,000 steps a day. Those are the things I do that just keep me going. Occasionally I swim, but since all the whatever is flowing outside has been flowing, I've not been to swimming pool. But walking is great. I used to be size 18, rushing down to 20, but I'm now 10 and 12.
Wow.
So just going for a walk.
Wow.
Just going for a walk. So
Mm.
it's you don't pay much price for that. Just
Mm.
if you in my own community here, I have somebody that gave me testimony recently when coronavirus started.
Mm.
We join ourselves as a group. So you can do that in your area. Have a friend instead of talking on the phone to that friend who live closer to you or who can drive to your house. Just drive, park in front of somebody's house, one of your house, and then just go for a walk. We started going for a walk as a group during the coronavirus just to chat and all that. And to God be the glory, coronavirus is over. I know there's still a lot going on.
Mm.
She went to do a yearly checkup. Blood pressure is gone. High cholesterol is better. Diabetes is totally gone.
Wow.
But to the glory of God, what really actually,
Mm.
sometimes when I get this testimony from people talking to me how I've impacted their life,
Mm.
Sometimes I look back and think, is it true?
mm,
This person actually had something in her breast. She went for, I think, yearly something, or she spotted
yeah,
something like a lump, and she went for scan. And by the time they did all the biopsy and all that, they
mm,
discovered that something actually started to grow in that breast, but it dried up. So you can see, by changing your lifestyle, by changing everything in life on a healthy side, you can actually suppress a lot of diseases. So she's totally free, totally everything now. So those are the areas where we can the things we can use for
yeah.
to
So,
prevent disease from happening naturally.
mm,
Other things we can do, I've talked about cooking, drinking water,
exercise.
stress, exercise.
Mm,
Stress is another thing that actually kills.
mm,
Stress. Stress, whatever stress us, let us talk about it to whoever is stressing us,
mm,
because sometimes some things is bothering us and we are not able to say it out. If we have to distress with tea, there's some distress tea out there, there's some distress oil. Let's be open, let's say it out so we don't kill ourselves inside.
mm,
And if we have to call for psychologists or somebody to help us, let us just speak out so we don't just die with stress. And worry as well. We worry too much. We worry about our children, our husband, our house, our life, or tomorrow. I think the Bible said, don't worry about tomorrow.
yes, tomorrow
Tomorrow will look after
we
itself.
look after itself, we take care of itself.
I used to worry. I'm a warrior. I used to worry, but these days, when my husband says so, 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 and so, I said, it's okay. We sort it out next time. I said,
Mm,
oh, that's fine. That's fine. We sort it out. Why? Because I just think there's no need to worry about it.
mm,
It's not mean that you not keep active, but just
mm,
don't worry. So I
mm.
think that will help some people too.
Yes, it will. You have really, really dig into it a lot.
Thank you.
I've learned a lot, and I'm sure that the viewers have learned a lot as well because a lot of people agree. I've been putting the comments, a lot of people said, I totally agree with you. And also for the work as well. I work, Sister Desua, thanks for joining. She said, I work a lot. Ashley also send her greetings. Thank you so much for everyone that have joined so far, and for as many people that have not seen the comments that I don't know you, but God knows you. Thank you so much for joining, and for people that are still going to watch later as well. Thank you. And where can we find you? I know you are eating health. Let me put the eating health out, and I'm still going to put the phone number on the description below. You can find her phone number on the description. And this is the on YouTube, right, ma? Eating
Yes.
Health.
Yeah.
And where can we find you again apart from
I'm on
YouTube?
Instagram, Facebook.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. As Eating, the same thing, Eating Health.
Eating Health for Life on Facebook is Eating Health for Life.
Okay,
On YouTube is Eating Health.
okay.
Yes.
Eating Health for Life.
Yes.
Eden, Garden of Eden.
Yes.
There are a
Garden
lot
of
of
Eden.
fruits and veg,
Vegetables.
veg,
Yes. Yes.
vegetable in the garden of yeah. So that's where it comes from. Yes,
Yes.
we have to go back to the basic.
Yes.
We have to go back. Eating health for life.
Yes.
So to put it out again. Yeah. On Facebook. Yeah, eating health for life on Facebook. Yeah. I put it out now, eating health for life. So and other ones, the phone number they are all in the description below. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Thank you. What is the last word for my viewers? I know you said a lot. I know you really dig it deep, deep, and I've learned a lot from it. And I have to. I will. I promise. I promise myself. I promise you that I will work on it.
That's good.
And
That's
I
good.
believe that others also will. Others watching us, and people that will watch the replay also. we
Okay.
all work on our health, because
Very,
health,
very important.
and
Yes.
it is very important. And also God wants us to live a good health, because if we have a good health, we'll be able to serve God,
Very
and we'll
true.
be able to live we'll be able to live our dream. We'll be able to
Yes.
fulfill our dream when we have
Yes.
a good health. But
Yes.
without a good health, we will not be able to do it.
Yes.
Yes. So before I let you go, Ma, what is the last word? It's like we should just continue. But because of the people that are still going to watch it, I don't want it to be more than this, because we spent 1 hour already. Just like that.
Okay.
And it feel like just 30 minutes.
Yes. Yes. All
Mm,
right. Um,
mm,
Finally, just to let you all know that we can live a fulfilled life. We can live a pain-free life. We
mm,
can live a disease-free life.
mm,
As I've said at the beginning, I was sick
mm,
from my head to my toe, constipated, digestion problems, headache all the time,
mm,
on so many medications.
mm,
But to God be the glory. All
mm,
I did was change my diet,
mm,
change my lifestyle, and here I am today. I supposed to have a knee replacement. I continue to say this, two knee replacement, but I
mm,
did not have it. I was limping for years. They postpone it from age 40 to 45 to
mm.
50. To God be the glory. I'm going to be 60 years so soon. But
Wow! You didn't
I
even look.
I am
You
not limping
didn't even
anymore.
look. You didn't even look like 60.
I'm
Wow!
not
Welcome,
60
Ma.
yet, not until next year, Emma. But
Ah, but you
to
planned
God
it
be
already.
to
Wow!
God be the glory. I'm
Mm,
not limping anymore. I'm not in pain anymore, and I don't have
hallelujah.
any
Mm,
knee replacement. So food,
mm,
let's use food as our medicine.
mm,
Let us use food as medicine. Our body is talking to us day in, day out. Don't let us use medication to suppress what the body is talking about. It's
mm,
talking. It's telling us drink water. It's
mm,
telling us sleep well. It's telling us go for exercise. It's telling us relax. Tomorrow is going to be okay.
mm,
Please don't let us die before our time.
mm,
A lot of things that is happening to us in their environment, to our colleagues, to our families. Sometimes we pray, but we don't take action.
yes. Mm,
Oh, God, please heal this disease, heal this sickness, but we are not eating well. A
mm,
lot of pastors have died just because they don't look after themselves. Our God is so faithful. He is
mm,
able. There's
mm,
nothing that is difficult for him to do. Absolutely nothing. But we must use wisdom to whatever we are doing.
mm,
All I'm telling you today before I go is just to look
yeah,
after yourself. We're
yeah,
supposed to be praising God all the time because He
yeah,
is good. So thank you
mm.
again for the invite. God bless you all. I see
Thank
you
you.
all soon.
Mhm.
Thank you,
Thank
Sister
you.
Inka. God
Thank
bless.
you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it, ma. And thanks for coming to the show. Thank you
Thank,
out of your busy schedule, and you take time to come. Thank you so
thank
much.
you too. Thanks for the invite.
I'm just in one comment. Okay, she's just saying, what about you already 50? That is it. Yeah. Thank you. Looking young. Thank you so much, ma. God bless you. Thank
Bless you
you,
too.
ma.
God bless
Yeah,
you.
I'll let you go now. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Yeah, thank you so much for everyone that have joined me. Thank you. I really appreciate you. God bless you. And I'm sure that we have learned one or two things there that we can change. Health is wealth. It is good for us. And prevention is better than cure. So it's very good to take our health seriously now. We should listen to our body. Our body is talking to us. It's just that sometimes we neglect, we don't pay attention to it. So we need to start paying attention to our body now. And I pray for as many that are sick, the Lord Almighty will heal us in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Thank you so much. Until next time. God bless. Bye.
blessed by that episode of the Overcomer Show. Please like and drop your comments, and don't forget to click on the notification button for more episodes. And I am Ayalaja Adedamola. You can reach me on the email showing on your screen. Thank you.